Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I gotta get a hold of Dave first.
Your call has been forwarded to. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic. Your call has been forwarded.
I wanted to go live, but I don't have the number, so I can't call right now. So you're just gonna have to wait or just leave. It's gonna be silence unless I play something, so it's probably just gonna be silence. But the World War III plot, in case you'd like to know, is that if you go to Dark Speech Decoder, just type in YouTube July 12th World War III Big Bang, and that's all you need to know. It's gonna get hit by missiles. They want to do this as early as spring, but we have to pray that it's for July, that they do it in July, because that's the time that they want it done. And the Exodus event is nearing. Flat Earth was a push to code World War III. They did it on purpose, as this was a code, signaling World War III. And it's all nearing. And Dave's finally talking about World War III, so now we know it's that serious now. And I got it live. That was great. So just watch that last live one. I'm gonna have to edit it later though. I'm gonna take the puppet off because I don't have any other numbers I can't call, and my hands are getting sweaty. It's whatever. I should just have audio playing, like, and it just sounds electronic, like telling you World War III is coming soon. London, Big Ben is the target. The devil has this revealed in reverse. Go to darkspeechdecoder.net today and learn about the quote-unquote Day of Satan. It's all messed up, folks. What's being revealed reversed. And esoterically, it's been revealed that I blew a trumpet. I'm sounding the alarm as well. Satan knows it very well. Dave's mentioning World War III, and here I am warning about it. and Satan's telling me you're going to go to hell for telling everybody what's going on. Yeah, go ahead, tell him. You know what? He's full of shit. He made me cry today thinking I'm going to go to hell for telling everybody and I curse the world. No. I showed everybody what's going to happen. So yeah, this is the puppeteer, Johnny Galvan, for the puppet show. And I've got a lot to reveal. I can prove in reverse that I've been the one that would be coded to show you all about World War III. If you go to darkspeechdecoder.net and just type in a YouTube, Dark Speech, July 12th, World War III, that's it. We're all witness. This is witness to it now. They were waiting for me. And I can show it. I can prove it. Over and over. I can prove it even more in their music videos forwards. It's in, if you type in Queen Bee, Pussifer, and there's a chessboard near the end. Someone pumps this one piece, his head, and he blows into a big red balloon, and he doesn't pop, but he goes all the way to the top. Everybody sees him, and that's the red balloon. That's 99 red balloons, and that's why they're talking about Billy Graham dying at 99, and they're talking about why 99 is important. Well, 99 left balloons, 99 red balloons reverse is all about it's all about July 12th, World War III, and Big Ben getting destroyed. In reverse, and how I'd be the one to show you because I caught the serpent. Like before July 12th, 2017, I revealed, I found it and I showed July 12th was the date, and then nothing happened, but it was coded. It was definitely there, and I found it in reverse. And so now they're saying, well, the countdown now is a year from now, it's going to happen. The alarm was set now. And they're trying to make it seem on my end like I'm the bad one. I've done wrong. Like, no, I was born here to do this, and you know it. And we know God wins. This isn't between you and I, like Satan and I. This is between God and everyone else and Satan. This isn't just me and him. This is everything. So they're coding all this information, the Exodus and everything like that. He's trying to point the blame to me as me unleashing and unlocking and resurrecting an old dead plot, centuries old, that was just waiting to be revealed, reversed, to get into people's ears, and has been resurrected. And you cursed the world, Johnny, and you secured your spot in hell for it. Like, no, I was born here to show everybody what's going on. July 12th is their date. They've got it coded in movies over and over, and I've found them. And people are going to see once I'm done with it. Yah willing, people are going to see. And as long as one viewer I've got, here it says listening, then, that's why I'm still doing this. And eventually, a lot of people are going to see. You get one view, and then later you get 1,000, and that means 1,000 minds have seen the work of the devil to show you that God is real, to hopefully lead you to Christ. This is what my whole entire, this is what I do this for, not just to, it's all exposing Satan to lead people to Christ, to show them how the devil works. And everybody gets to see it. This was the time. It's the time now. It's really messed up. Sherry Shiner died, and she mentioned to everybody, always that when she's dead, Satan's going to go full throttle with his plans and all that. And I'm just over here like, well, in reverse of the final things that she had uploaded on YouTube, she's talking about how I reverse all of this information, Kurt Cobain, and because Kurt Cobain supposedly contained the curse of the world and all that, and I don't believe that. That's just what was hidden esoterically in reverse to be shown to me. That you were given an option to push a red button, Exodus event in World War III and all that. Like, well, it was going to happen anyway. I already knew Dave, and I already knew all this information. It just lined up. Flat Earth pushed. All of this. The Exodus event is coming. So I've already had a few puppet shows on the Exodus event. I believe there's only... Actually, no, I've only got one. If you type in Ezekiel 45, Priest King of the World. King of the World. That's the one where Dave's talking about how the prophet's going to be seen as the Antichrist because he's going to be ruling the world. And people are going to be afraid. And many celebrities and artists are going to come out and to the side of Christ by, serving the prophet, by renouncing Satan. And they're going to do this, and the Illuminati won't be able to do anything about it. So I'm probably going to end this right now. I'm probably not going to be able to get a hold of either of them. So thank you for listening, and check it out. World War July 12th is coded in nearly everything reversed. Nearly everything. They code it more than 9/11, and I found 9/11. So that's what they're coding. That's the main thing, and they want to start it up in spring. So I've got a prayer here. I'd like to close with it. If you pray with me, say, Father, if it is in your will for this to be done in Yahushuah's name, I do sincerely ask that you please allow for all plans and dates for the Big Ben's destruction and eruption of World War III before July to be stalled and delayed until summer 2018, July, as their deadline has been revealed reversed. That's their deadline. That's what I hear. That's what I've been told. That's what's been revealed to me. And if we get another year, great, like, that'd be fine, like, we would think, oh, cool. But I'm being shown this is the year. We wouldn't have all this lining up like this. The question is, how long is Satan going to let the dark speech be revealed and exposed? Because his lid has been blown. The cover has been removed. He is unsheathed. He is ready for attack. This is going to happen soon. What's being revealed? What's being revealed is to have the lamp and the oil ready. To be ready. The parable of the wise virgins. This is being shown because they want to bust open the dome. They want to use missiles to destroy a lot of towers. Eiffel, Stratosphere, Hancock. The Big Ben is the master tower, 33. And Johnny Galvan, 33, was supposed to show you all this. I've got this video on my channel, Dark Speech Decoder, YouTube. Why the 33? Johnny Galvan, 33. And I've got more. There's a lot left to be shown. And so I don't want to take up all this time to explain on this puppet show channel information that I should be explaining on my other channels, but I've always meant to merge these channels together to show everybody what's going on in reverse too. Because at first, the reason why I started my reverse information channel was just to bring out interesting information found reversed. I did my Christmas special, found that all Christmas music played reversed was about serving Satan. Then you go through and you find other information reversed, and you're hearing the truth about lies people are telling you in reverse, just everyday conversations. And then I found the dark speech around my birthday going into the year, going in 2017, turning 23. I found out about the dark speech, and I found out about the July 12th plot during a countdown of June 9th to July 12th in Katy Perry's album Witness. So we were all witness to it, everybody. On July 12th, we were witness to a false flag event being uncovered. And I was the one that was supposed to reveal it to you. So you just have to go to Dark Speech Decoder channel on YouTube and find out. And that's it, okay? I've shown you guys. World War III is coming. Dave Eager is talking about it now, and so we got to get ready. That's it. We got to get ready. Because the hour and the time, so we're given a season, we're given a date, we're given all this time. Well, we just know it's coming soon. They want to start it up in spring. They want to start it up in summer. It's a clone of winter, I've heard. It's a clone of winter. That's why when Dave mentioned how, the I Pick Goat 2 prophecy failed, and how they wanted to do that in winter. They did want to do that in winter. They wanted to blow the Big Ben on July 20. They wanted to do it on December 21st, and they wanted to do it on December 25th. They wanted to do it as early as December 7th. But their main date was, their esoteric date was December 21st, which is the 2012 date we were all told to fear. We just didn't know the event. Like, oh, the world's going to end. But they wanted to blow the Big Ben on that date. That's their master date. And July 12th is their master date number that you get all these other false flag dates from. And these are the ones that they use. And so they want to blow it on 3/22. And they want to blow it on, they want to do this early. They want to do this early. They would love to do it on 3/3, 3/7, 3/9. They would love to do it on 3/12, and they would love to do it on 3/17 and 3/22. But I'm hearing the end of March is when they want to do it. That's why we have to pray that it's done in July, because that's their deadline. And the longer we stall them, the better for everyone else. And Satan doesn't want you to know that. That's why he has to lie to me and make me afraid. Think, oh, you're going to go to hell for spelling all this out and showing everybody. No. A lot of people are getting saved just by listening and being able to make this decision. Like, you know what? I think the devil is working in reverse. I think I should become a Christian. And then they're relocating, hopefully, learning, maybe I should go somewhere safe. I don't want to, they're thinking about survival. Maybe I'll just leave somewhere. So I just wanted to share that with you, tell you all, not leave you hanging. Like Angelic Revelation, World War III coming. What's World War III? July 12th, Dark Speech, Decoder.net. Big Ben is a target. They want to shoot up the Houses of Parliament and blast it in with missiles. And by they, I mean, obviously, they're going to blame it on the Muslim terrorists, ISIS. They're going to blame it. It's the Albert Pike Masonic World War IIIs is what they want to do. We've all heard about it. This is what they had planned. So I could go on. I don't want to take up all this time. Because the reason that Sherry, I mean, her final YouTube upload is Freemasonry is dead. Get ready for China and Chinese invasion and stuff. Because she was saying that Freemasonry is dead. All their numbers and their dates and their number games, it's all dead. It's all gone. It doesn't matter anymore. It's all out the window now. So in reverse, she's talking about how at the end of March, she's mentioned that when I showed the dark speech to the world, that I gave the devil an uppercut. That it really hurt him. She said he doesn't like it, and that the end of March was prevented. She said you prevented something. You prevented. And then she said July 12th will never be a date. But then she mentioned that she had handlers, and then she mentioned she's a master mason, and then she mentioned she was a guy. And then I was like, well, after she mentioned the having handlers, then she mentioned that it's on, basically, for July. And because she did say July 12th will never be a date. But that was before the mention of her handlers. So I'm not really worried about July 12th itself. I know that they want to do this in spring, so that's why we have to just stall them to their date that they always have had in the background planned up. July 12th is their master date. They want to start it in spring. World War III is the plot, okay? For when the Big Ben blows. It's really horrible because the clock tower is beautiful and it's all a government building. It's like if there was a plot and we found out they want to blow up the White House or something like that, and somebody's warning about that. Don't you think the FBI, Secret Service would be on them? And so people, when they look at me warning about this, they're like, aren't you afraid? Aren't you really putting yourself out there? Like, yeah, the devil is at work here, and I'm showing it. At no point am I saying that I'm getting this information from anything else other than Satan. So then the question is, well, now they're just questioning your sanity. Oh, Satan's real? Well, then yeah, God is real. He made Satan, and he's coding all this information backwards. And you just had to find out this way. This is the way you would find out. I've got more information. You know what? Maybe I'll just say it, because I've already gone this far. And because I found out that the game, well, Satan had coded it. This was all like a game. And like, it was called Hide I'm Jewish. Because all these artists, a lot of them, when you reverse them, they're admitting that they're Jewish. How they say it. They say, I'm a Jew. They say, I'm Jewish. And then they say they're Satan's spawn. David Bowie and Kurt Cobain both mentioned to be Jewish. And Kurt Cobain mentioned to be a woman. And so I've been shown that if I were to continue reversing Nirvana and Kurt Cobain, that I would kill the timeline and everybody would be killed and everybody would die and World War III would happen. And I'm just sitting there thinking, this is propaganda, intimidation, and scare tactics to get me to stop. Because I don't believe that I have, it's like, oh, we were just waiting for you, Johnny Galvan, to reverse it and to blow everything up by spelling destruction and casting it on the world. They never say you casted it. They just say you spelled it out and that you did damage to the world and it's gotten darker. And I'm thinking over here like, well, we've already known if you read the Bible, tribulation, what's coming. The world gets darker anyway. The horsemen are coming. That's what I'm being shown. The 4 horsemen are coming. It's all coming very soon. And Satan wants me to think that I'm to blame, first off, and then he wants to accuse and paint me as evil for exposing him. You realize how bad that is? That how it makes me look, and how it makes me feel? I have to come, I have to cry, I have to show you all, like, he makes me think that I'm a spiritual murderer of everybody when I'm like just exposing what he's done. It's not my fault. I was born to do this. I was born to meet Dave online, and one day in person we will all meet. All this, it's gonna happen. So I just had to tell you that. This is the angelic revelation. That's kind of messed up, but it is. So I'll keep this up. Because if Sherry Shriner dead, a lot of her followers are just running around with like chickens with their head cut off because they don't know who to listen to anymore. They're just kind of like confused because Sherry, she was never really that correct to begin with. She had a lot of truth, but towards the end you just realize, man, I can't keep up with this anymore. The Earth is not a globe. They push flat Earth because it's a code for World War III coming. And Sherry was sincere, but she really was programmed, and she's admitting she has had handlers. She has handlers. In reverse, she said Sherry's handlers are down or off now. And then she began to speak about this more, the dark speech, and me, and how I'd find my last name. And I'll prove it. I can probably play it right now, and I'm going to, alright? I'm going to show it right here. And I've done this before. If you go to YouTube, you're already on it, right? Just type in Johnny Darkspeak channel. And I've already shown this information about Sherry and about Kurt Cobain, and me being prophesied in Jay-Z as reversing Kurt Cobain. And the line itself is, Kurt Cobain Nirvana start a war, search your fault. Because what it's termed reversing is you're searching the devil, and that you spelled it out. And like, so you search Nirvana, you search Kurt Cobain, and you were warned not to. And you resurrected this plot, and everybody's going to die, and it's your fault. And I'm thinking, this is the propaganda that they put in reverse as a time capsule because they knew that I would be the one to expose the dark speech. So they have to make me feel bad. They have to make me feel to be exactly what Satan and his children are, the murderers, the killers. When we are the warriors, and we're God's children, exposing them. And we're going to be transformed. We're going to fight them. Everything. So look. I'm going to put this to dimensions. Alright, let me get it. Just typing in Sherry Shriner. Because now I'm going to keep this information up like this. If it comes through, then good. Because I don't know how it's going to sound. Screencastify, it usually comes out really well. So this is important reverse info, Sherry Shriner. Alright. And she's going to say, you're going to hear her say, Big Ben Nirvana. And then she says, your last name, told you're going to find it. Reversing it, told you're going to find it. And I have been shown, like, you're going to find this. Right there. I mean, she had mentioned Big Ben Nirvana and that there was, you made a problem reversing it because you exposed it and everybody got to see it. Now here, even she mentions that Satan was lying. So right here, hold on. I'll tell you when we get to the part. She's saying July 12. Right there, she said the whole world knows that the Stark speech is about it's Jewish in a way. And it's true because a lot of these artists that I'm reversing are Jewish, and they're singing about the plot for July 12th. And the artists that aren't saying they're Jewish, like that you don't know are Jewish, like Danny Elfman is Jewish, Drake is Jewish, Lou Reed is Jewish, and they're outwardly Jewish. But then you get artists like Kurt Cobain and David Bowie and Missy Elliott and others that they're not, what? They're Jewish? Yes, and reverse, they're admitting it. And so the dark speech, she's like, in a way, it's Jewish. Well, it's just because you're exposing the Jews, which they admit they're Satan's children. That's what they're saying about themselves. So I'm trying to get to the part in the file where Sherry Shriner, in her final YouTube uploads before she mysteriously died, because this file itself is called Freemasonry is Dead. Get ready for China. And the thing is that, as I've found in reverse, decoding dark speech is a Freemasonic secret. They've known all about it. And the checkerboard symbolizes the game, like the automobile, and the car symbolizes in code its transitions. And it's all about how this was a game, Satan's game of decoding dark speech. Well, that's what he calls it. And I had a game name. I have a game name, and it's called Jacob. And if you look up the name Jacob, it means supplanter, which means someone who wrongly assumes the position of another. And in the Bible, we know that Jacob was the son who took the birthright from Esau by deceiving his father, by putting on these garments that made him appear to be like Esau. And so he got the blessing, he got the birthright, and he was a supplanter. But this was God's decision. This was what God wanted. And this is how you were supposed to learn about World War III. This was how you were supposed to learn all this information. Because I had to, if it's true, I had to play this game, and my game name's Jacob, and that's what it had to be like. And this was God's plan. And so Satan's like, well, you're going to go to hell for it. You're going to hell for all of this. And he can't call that shot. That's not his position. Only God can judge me. Nobody else. Especially not the liar. So that's why we just have to pray. Pray for me. Because I was the one that had to do this. And I had to show everybody. And so he put in all these artists' lyrics reversed, like a time capsule for me to reveal now. Like, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to be in hell for me. And your skull is going to burn on fire forever because of you showing everybody what's going to happen July 12th. He's so full of shit. Because I was the one that had to tell you all. Of course I'd know Dave, because I have the puppet show, and they knew that I'd have a puppet show. They knew I'd have this puppet show to show you all the Exodus and what's coming. Dave's talking about World War III now. No, it's really nearing. So I'm trying to get this information of right here, Sherry saying that I would find my last name reversed. That reversing, I would told I was going to find it, and she's like, discovered the dark speech, Johnny. Trying to get it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. This is the file. Alright, I got it. So right here, she's going to say your last name. Told you you're going to find it. Alright. Amazing, this is dark speech, Johnny. That's what she said. Amazing, this is dark speech, Johnny. So she says your last name, told you're gonna find it, reversing it, told you're gonna find it, and then she goes on to say, amazing, this is dark speech, Johnny. Like that you were gonna find the dark speech, and you would find your last name. It's not hard. Just listen.
Yes, the last name, it's the legal slave. Oh, it's the legal slave. This is hard to say. I have your father, your father.
Alright, so that's it. I had to show you guys. I have to make that an official video for Sherry Shiner's followers too, because they have to know that she in reverse is saying that she's got handlers. We'll just leave it at that because I've already revealed the rest of it earlier and I don't want to have to go through it again. But she's saying she has handlers, which is the Dave Eager view, which is that, Sherry Shiner is sincere, but that she's been programmed. And you could tell when the flat earth information came out, she just kept defending the globe. And even if you're not a flat earther, which you shouldn't be because that's the propaganda anyway, the earth is not a globe when there is no outer space. We're living under a dome and they want to bust it open with missiles. Let me show you. Finally, wait, before you guys leave, before I cut this off, I'm going to show you guys how I was prophesied in the Jay-Z song, Bam, that I would come in here at the last second to show how World War III, that I would be here, that I would search the number. So we're going to get to it. I have it written out here, and I've shown this before Screencastify, so it's easier to follow, but I'll say it first, and then I'll get to it. So he says, 12 is the number, but I go to ask the English masters. This was what I warned about before July 12th, in July 2017, leading up to July 12th. It was a 33-day countdown code from June 9th to July 12th in Katy Perry's album Witness, and everyone was witness to it because I was the one that was supposed to warn about July 12th that year. And in reverse of that album, she's saying, yeah, the day of evil was in the year. It was in the air that year, but it wasn't going to be that year because I still had to reverse. They were still waiting. They were waiting for me to show everybody because prophecy is unfolding. The 4 horsemen will be riding soon. We have to have the oil and the lamps ready. The wise virgin, the parable of the wise virgins. This is what I'm being shown in reverse. We have to be ready because the Lamb is coming. We have to be ready. We have to be ready because the hour is soon nearing. We have to be ready. We have to be ready. Okay, so I warned about this right before July 12th. This album came out on June 30th, and in Jay-Z in reverse, he's saying 12 is the number. But I go to ask the English masters. Right? Do you hear this? Hear this? I'm not gonna flip through the pages because I haven't opened it yet. This is a copy of the book of this comic called Absalom, Under a False Flag, and it had a pre-order date for July 12th, and the copies would ship in August. So when I was warning about July 12th, someone posted this before July 12th, like, there's a comic based in London about how there's going to be a false flag, and it's called Under a False Flag, Absalom. And I found in reverse of Elvis, he mentioned Absalom reveals the devil. But so before July 12th, I found this in Jay-Z's album. On June 30th, he's saying, 12 is the number, but I go to ask the English masters. Serve beef. Beef means dead people. Serve beef, bet you 1 week, when suddenly, when the bombs go wild. Now hear me off's the reason why no dome, be off, brings in the water. Stare down for the battle, missiles launch. Search Galvan, the master number soon. And Galvan's my last name. And you just heard Sherry say it, they would code my last name. So I was prophesied to be doing this. Before, how would they know? These are angels at work. Alright, I'm going to show you, okay? Hold on. And this is demonic, so let me, I always pray that people's ears are unblocked. But I'm going to pray right now, and if you'll pray with me, then you can pray, Father, if it is in your will for this to be done in Yahushuah's name, I do sincerely ask you, please allow for everyone listening to this dark speech to be protected under your hyperdimensional home and personal turbo shield of fire, to protect their ears and their bodies from all forms of demonic influences and being scared, and that you please allow for them, for their ears to become unblocked, and that they'll be able to hear what's being stated. So you're going to hear 12 as a number, but I go to ask the English masters, serve beef, bet you 1 week when suddenly the bombs go wild. Now hear me off, reason why no dome be off, brings in the water. Stare down for the battle, missiles launch, search Galvan, the master number soon. Because what they want to do is bust open the dome. That's what they want to do. Let me get to it. Okay, so he's gonna say right now, 12's the number. Okay, that's how it starts. Okay, right here. Maybe you could write it down, and he's saying 12 is the number, but I go to ask the English masters, serve beef, bet you 1 week, when suddenly will the bombs go wild. Now hear me off, reason why no don't be off brings in the water. Stare down for the battle missiles launch. Search Galvan the master number soon. Then he says hug and don't kill. He's been led to learn how the serpent does it. And then the rest I haven't transcribed. But that, and then I can show you the part where he says Kurt Cobain Nirvana started war, search your fault. Because they've coded this information like, oh, you're gonna start war searching Nirvana. Like, no, that's propaganda. Hold on. Because right before that he says, yes, stupid, I knew you'd help me fire it up. Right there it says, talking reverses when I fully surrender my plan. Talking reverses when I fully surrender my plan. He says, so he's neurophoning, I show everyone, of course. Then he says, Kurt Cobain Nirvana started war, search your fault. Then he says right here, search like he's down. What the fuck? He searched, reverse, goodbye. And then right here he mentions how there's others besides me. Catching the end of the launch. And then he says, now what did sinners do wrong? What did sinners do wrong? So I've been shown that I've been hired to do this, and it was by Azura, and we actually talk about it in the show. That's what I found in reverse. So Azura isn't. You can. There's links about that, and I can leave a link in the description. So I just had to show you guys that. Okay.